Hello, Genius. Welcome to the Loft. Um, we're going to start this 10 and 10 series with a bonus Hamilton, the vocabulary. This is a deep dive into 10 words in 10-ish minutes. This will consist of you coming here 6 days a week, once or twice a day. And this exercise will increase your vocabulary and speed of thought, and it will also improve your reading comprehension. We're starting with Hamilton the vocabulary because I'm obsessed with Hamilton the musical. Like Lin-Manuel Miranda, I also read Alexander Hamilton by Ben Chernow, and I thought it was a great book, and I put it down and I was on to the next. But Lin-Manuel was so inspired that he spent 5 years writing a musical. So at the end, we're going to spend a few seconds talking about inspiration. But for now, I want you to focus on the exercise. So go ahead, take 3 deep breaths, relax your body, turn off anything that may distract you, and for the next 10 or so minutes, focus only on the exercise. And if you want to watch Hamilton the musical later, it's streaming on Disney Plus. And no, they're not a sponsor. So sit back, relax, let's get started. Quid-pro-quo is doing a favor in exchange for another favor. It's like I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. In Hamilton the musical, Madison says, maybe we can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerners. In other words, a quid pro quo. So he wants to do a favor in exchange for another favor. Synonyms for quid pro quo is trade-off, substitute, tit for tat, even in exchange, equivalent. 2 times 1 is 2. Diametrically. Diametrically is something that is completely opposite from the other, an idea that's 180 degrees from the original idea. Synonyms for diametrically are conflicting, reverse, counter, and opposite. 2 times 2 is 4. Narrative. Narrative is the telling of a story. In the musical, Eliza sings, I put myself back in the narrative. She puts herself back into her husband's story after he dies. Synonyms for narrative are retold, sequential, recounted, antidotal, and historical. 2 times 3 is 6. Indispensable. Indispensable means absolutely necessary, something that is required. In the musical, Hamilton complains to Burr that he wishes that he had his command, and Burr tells him to be sensible because from what he hears that Hamilton is absolutely indispensable. Synonyms for indispensable: necessary, required, imperative, vital, and crucial. 2 times 4 is 8. Embellish is to beautify by making bigger than life, maybe having fictitious addition to whatever you say about someone or something. In the musical, George Washington says his men are putting him on a embellishing his eloquence and elegance. Synonyms for embellish are enhance, overstate, lie, magnify, and exaggerate. 2 times 5 is 10. Providence, a divine guidance or universal order. In the musical, it's often implied that Hamilton has divine guidance, or he is purposeful because he's always working like he's running out of time. There's a certain order to his life. Synonyms for providence: divinely ordered, the universe, God, deity. 2 times 6 is 12. Prosperity, a richness, a success, thriving conditions, especially in financial respects. Madison says that Hamilton took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. Synonyms for prosperity: wealth, growth, abundance, success, accomplishment. 2 times 7 is 14. Icarus is from the classical Greek myth about a youth who escaped Crete with wings of wax and feathers, but he flew so high that the sun melted his wings and he plunged to his death into the sea. Angelica says of Hamilton, he was Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. Synonyms for Icarus: climbing too high, resourceful, determined, aggressive, too ambitious. 2 times 8 is 16. A revolution is a sudden, sharp change, sometimes accompanied by violence, a difficult change. Synonyms for revolution: uprising, reformation, transformation, mutiny, insurgency. 2 times 9 is 18. Self-evident, something that is obvious and does not need proof. In the musical, Angelica quotes the preamble to the Constitution when she sings, "We hold these truths to be self-evident." Synonyms for self-evident are clear, obvious, undeniable, apparent, and inescapable. 2 times 10 is 20. Please continue the video to review the vocabulary. This is an important part of the process. You can say it to yourself or aloud. Thank you. Thank you, Genius, for taking the time to do this exercise. There was a tiny bit of a head fake. Instead of 10 words, it was more like 40 or 50 words. But you're a genius. You can do this. If you want to enhance it a bit more, check out Word Nerd, the intensive writing practice, 10th grade, or either you can do a writing practice on your own. Um, and go getting back to Hamilton, what inspires you? Would you know your Hamilton if it came along? Um, Discuss it down in the comment section. Thank you very much. Peace and blessings to you. You're a superstar.